My roommate has a giant hemorrhoid and any fart that passes through it comes out smelling like strawberries. Because this hemorrhoid was seriously affecting her life, I kindly advised her to have surgery to get it removed. After some hesitation, she did as I said, but later, she accidentally learned that the campus heartthrob's favorite thing in the world was the scent of strawberries. Furious, letting out little whimpering hiccups, she shoved my head underwater. If it weren't for you meddling, he would be in love with me right now. When I opened my eyes again, I was back to the moment before I advised her to get her hemorrhoid removed. Seeing her still reveling in her sweet-scented strawberry farts, I decided to leave it alone. I would just sit back and wait for her hemorrhoid to grow bigger and bigger. Section 02. Do you guys smell that? Such a strong strawberry scent. The moment Tabitha walked into the room, she took a dramatic, deep breath and exclaimed loudly, in my past life I was unguarded. I followed her lead and started sniffing the air too. Who would have thought it was a fart from Penelope? Asked her. I never imagined I would be reborn to this exact moment. Damn it, the rebirth was too sudden. I didn't even have time to grab a mask. I instinctively lowered my head and held my breath, making a silent vow to go downstairs to the campus convenience store for strategic supplies later. Tabitha, seeing that no one was paying attention to her and she was just talking to herself, looked a little embarrassed. She scratched her head, refusing to give up. Seriously, you guys don't smell it. The strawberry scent is really strong. Penny, Flick, Jocelyn, why is everyone so quiet? Did one of you secretly eat strawberries without me? Share a couple and I'll let it slide, otherwise I'm gonna get mad. Weirdo, Jocelyn muttered, not even looking up as she rolled her eyes, but Penelope, her cheeks flushed red, nervously twisted the hem of her skirt and whimpered in a tiny voice, Tabby, no one was hiding strawberries. I just ate a little too much at lunch and I couldn't hold it in just now. My farts are just strawberry scented. As soon as she finished speaking, Tabitha's face froze. It went from pale to green and back again. When it finally registered, she let out a piercing shriek. Are you telling me I just took a big, deep whiff of your fart? Penelope asked her. If you don't want to share your strawberries, that's fine, but you don't have to be so disgusting about it. Section 03. What Tabitha didn't know was that Penelope had a special condition. She had a magical hemorrhoid on her, but any gas passing through that hemorrhoid would be transformed into the scent of strawberries. That's why Penelope always had a faint strawberry fragrance about her. The bigger the hemorrhoid, the richer the strawberry aroma. In my last life, after our other roommates learned the secret, they said nothing to her face but created a private group chat to complain about her endlessly. It's so gross. How can she maintain that cutesy persona? Because of her, I can't even look at a strawberry anymore. God, and there are always some blind guys who fall for her. She's disgusting and sloppy. What do they even see in her? Exactly. If she hadn't given me that La Mer set yesterday, I wouldn't even bother talking to her. I couldn't stand watching them take her gifts and then stab her in the back. It just so happened that Penelope was addicted to fried and spicy foods, and under their constant stimulation, her hemorrhoid grew more and more severe. It got so bad that she walked with a strange, waddling gait and couldn't sit for long periods. After much thought, I couldn't help but persuade her to have the hemorrhoid surgery. Section 04. After a period of struggle, Penelope finally nodded and agreed. The surgery was a success. Soon, she was free of her strawberry farts and her posture returned to normal. A simple white dress made her look ethereal. From then on, Penelope no longer needed us to help her keep her secret, and so she stopped giving us gifts. With no more gossip fodder, our roommates began to stir up trouble, their teeth gritted in resentment. Penny, that strawberry scent was your signature. Without it, you just seemed so average. Even the campus heartthrob Ronan Kendrick, who had shown interest in her, went public with someone else on social media. He told her, the strawberry scent I loved is gone. What's left for me to like about you? Furious, Penelope let out a series of milky, sobbing hiccups and asked me to meet her by the campus pond. I went willingly, never suspecting she would push my head underwater. It's all your fault. If you hadn't been so meddlesome, I would be with Ronan right now. And when I opened my eyes again, I was reborn. Section 05. Now, of course I wouldn't be meddlesome. I just watched coolly as Tabitha and Penelope bickered. Jocelyn, pretending to be a fair mediator, stepped in with a clear bias. Alright, Tabitha, Penny didn't do it on purpose. Just let it go. I mean, it's not like she forced you to smell her fart, right? Tabitha and Jocelyn had Jedge's own little rivalry brewing under the surface. Seeing Jocelyn defend Penelope, Tabitha stomped her foot and turned to me, her face a mask of grievance, but I wasn't going to be her attack dog like last time, only to earn Penelope's resentment later. I lowered my eyes and joined Jocelyn in placating Tabitha. Yeah, Tabby, Penny already said it was just a fart. There's no need to keep harping on it, right? I'm sure Penny isn't the kind of person who'd buy strawberries and not share them with us. Besides, who can control a fart? At least Penny's are strawberry scented. It's better than someone else's stinky ones. Penelope shot me a grateful look, her eyes brimming with the look of someone who felt understood, wrong, and dependent. In my past life, a look like that would have softened my heart. I would have thought, asterisk, it's not her fault, asterisk, and gladly fought her battles for her, but now, that look only made my stomach churn, reminding me of the suffocating feeling of the cold, murky pond water flooding my lungs. Exactly, Tabby, Flick and Jocelyn are right, Penelope immediately chirped, as if she'd found her champions. Her voice was syrupy sweet, with a hint of triumph. I didn't do it on purpose, and besides, strawberry smells so nice, much better than some people's. She shot a meaningful glance at Tabitha. The sentence was unfinished, but the implication was crystal clear. Tabitha's face turned a shade of sickly green. She clutched her nose, pointing a trembling finger at Penelope. Speechless, finally, she let out a furious stomp and stormed out of the room, slamming the door behind her. Section 06. The three of us were left in the dorm room. The strawberry scent had mostly dissipated. Jocelyn was clearly pleased that Tabitha had been put in her place. A smug smirk played on her lips as she pulled out her phone and started scrolling through videos. Penelope, meanwhile, was like a proud little peacock. She walked to her desk and sat down, carefully adjusting her posture. That hemorrhoid was obviously causing her some discomfort. She expertly pulled a bag of chips and a can of ice-cold Coke from her drawer. With a soft hiss of the can opening, she began to to eat and drink with satisfaction. Although Penelope was sweet and cute, with a great figure, she loved junk food, spicy, fried, and cold. That was fine for most things, but for her, they were the perfect fuel to make her hemorrhoid grow wildly. In my past life, seeing her binge like this, I would have worriedly reminded her, Penny, you should eat less of that stuff, it's not good for your, you know, and she would always coo back at me, just a little bit, I promise. This time I looked away and opened my laptop, pretending I saw nothing. Jocelyn, however, looked a little confused. Penny, didn't you just have dinner? How are you eating again? Before Penelope could get awkward, I jumped in with a considerate explanation. Oh, who cares, Jocelyn? Penny is one of those lucky people who can eat whatever she wants without gaining weight or getting acne. We should all be so lucky. We've got the money, so why not? Being happy is what's most important. My tone was utterly sincere. Penelope quickly agreed. Exactly. Flick gets me. The greasy smell of chips mixed with the sugary scent of Coke filled the air. Faintly, I could almost detect a hint of strawberry starting to brew. I quietly slipped out of the room and headed to the store to buy my masks. Section 07. When I returned, Penelope looked at me with concern. Flick, why are you wearing a mask? Are you not feeling well? Yeah, a bit of a cold. Don't want to get you guys sick, I said vaguely. Changing the subject, I shook the shopping bag in my hand, which contained several boxes of masks and a bottle of extra strength air freshener. By the way, I heard on my way back that Ronan Kendrick is studying for his grad school exams. As soon as I said it, Penelope's eyes lit up and she even forgot to chew her chips. Jocelyn also looked up from her phone, her expression intrigued. I knew they would react this way. Ronan Kendrick was our university's campus heartthrob, incredibly handsome. Countless girls had crushes on him, and anyone who even passed him by was left with a deep impression. After all, in my last life, my dear roommate Penelope killed me for him. Since you like Ronan Kendrick so much, I might as well give you a little push this lifetime. I sneered inwardly, but on the surface I pretended to be casual. I heard he's practically living in the library these days. He's there every day, from 1 in the afternoon until it closes at 9 like clockwork. TSK, so good looking and a great student. He's got it all. Which floor of the library does he usually go to? Penelope immediately pressed. I think it's the 3rd floor. I recalled the intel from my past life. The lighting is good by the windows over there. He seems to like sitting in that area. Penelope was already starting to zone out, her face faintly blushing. She was clearly planning her coincidental encounter. Jocelyn made a tisk sound, a half smile on her face. She then sent me a private message, complaining. A weirdo like Penelope who farts strawberries.